When will the administration get that outbreak under control?
Right. Well, what's going on, right, as you know, is that there is an inflation problem that's very large. We saw the consumer price index come out, and we found out that the stagflation that was created by the policies of President Biden was way worse than we thought. Over the last 3 months, across all goods, including eggs, the average inflation rate was 4.6%, way above target, and an acceleration at the end of the Biden term. And, you know, this is really not just us. You could go look at Jason Furman, Larry Summers. Economic advisors of President Biden kept saying, don't do this. You're going to cause massive inflation. In fact, Jason Furman has a very thought-provoking piece in Foreign Affairs right now calling the Biden economic record a tragedy. And this is them, not us, right? And so now we've got a lot of things that we're doing to get a hold of it.
There.
Excuse me?
You were talking about fiscal spending there.
Well, where does inflation come from, right? And so what we're doing now is we've got really a multifaceted plan to end inflation. And I'll go quickly because I want to end with what we're doing with egg prices. But we're going to have a macroeconomic change that has supply side tax cuts so we have more supply. And we're going to reduce government spending, both through what DOGE is doing and through congressional action. And so therefore, the macroeconomic forces that Jason Furman said were a tragedy are going to be reversed. That's a good thing. Then we're also going to have a lot of energy production, a lot of deregulation, and then finally, when needed, we're going to focus on the individual thing-by-thing pieces. And so, for example, you mentioned avian flu. President Biden didn't really have a plan for avian flu. Well, Brooke Rollins and I have been working with all the best people in government, including academics around the country and around the world, to have a plan ready for the president next week on what we're going to do with avian flu. In fact, I was editing the thing with them tomorrow. But the final thing, and then I'll give it back to you, I promise not to filibuster. The question is, like, why did we do this? Why did we do this? That's what everybody's talking about. But the thing that I always start with when I'm looking at what we're doing and what the president wants us to do is, why did they do that? Why did they do that? And there are too many times where it feels like nobody thought about that in the press or maybe the left-wing economists. Why did they do that? Why did Biden print so much money and cause so much inflation? Why did he do it?
Oh,
that's what I'm thinking about.
Kevin, you know, we talked about that on Face the Nation quite a lot.
I don't want me to criticize you. Okay, good for you.
No. So next week we'll see the plan on how to get avian flu, how to get bird flu under.
I could talk about it right now if you'd like to.
Well, sure. What is the plan? What are you going to do?
Yeah, so again, the Biden plan was to just, kill chickens. And they spent billions of dollars just randomly killing chickens within a perimeter where they found a sick chicken. And so I just went to the grocery store. I shop for our family in part because I love to look at prices. And there were no eggs at the store yesterday, just a few. And so that happened because they killed all the chickens. And so what we need to do is have better ways with biosecurity and medication and so on to make sure that the perimeter doesn't have to kill the chickens. We have a better, smarter perimeter. And so having a smart perimeter is what we're working on. And we're finalizing the ideas about how to do that with the best scientists in government. And that's the kind of thing that should have happened a year ago. And if it had, then egg prices would be a lot better than they are now. But the avian flu is a real thing. And by the way, it's spread mostly by ducks and geese. And so think about it. They're killing chickens to stop the spread, but chickens don't really fly. The spread is happening from the geese and the ducks. And so why does it make any sense to have a big perimeter of dead chickens when it's the ducks and the geese that are spreading it?
Well, the Department of Agriculture policy has been to kill those chickens, as you know, but we'll watch for the details of that.
Sure.
But let's get back to